got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests. That's WTMJ.com/contests.
Breaking news as it happens. Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's noon. This is Wisconsin's Midday News for Thursday, July 2nd. I'm Jessica Ty. Your top story, charged with threatening to kill the governor.
I'm Neil Doyle, in for Greg Matzik. Construction starting soon on the future Buc-ee's.
An extreme heat warning continues for much of southeastern Wisconsin until 10 o'clock tonight. 2 counties, however, have just been dropped from it. Fond du Lac County and Sheboygan County. You'll take it, right? Along with this heat and humidity, we have a chance for storms tonight. High of 92, but it's going to feel like 100. The low tonight is 73. It's currently 85 and partly cloudy in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a man from Fond du Lac is charged with threatening to kill Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers. The threats allegedly came in a series of voicemails.
Bradley Hartman is accused of leaving 2 voicemails laden with profanities and homophobic slurs and multiple threats to kill a, quote, high-ranking Wisconsin executive official and their family. While Evers isn't named as the victim in the complaint, court documents indicate Hartman is prohibited from having any contact with the governor as a condition of his $15,000 cash bond. Hartman posted that bond early Thursday morning and is due back in court July 23rd. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Milwaukee police released body camera footage of an officer-involved shooting on the city's northwest side. The video shows them responding to reports of an active shooter inside an apartment building near 64th and Sheridan. This was on June 16th. 20-year-old Deonto Ransom was armed when he encountered police in the stairwell. Police shot Ransom in the arm before arresting him. Ransom, who is a convicted felon, now facing 6 charges, including felony stalking and armed burglary. The officers involved are still on administrative leave.
Construction activity is about to ramp up on the future site of Wisconsin's first Buc-ee's Travel Center. Work will start July 13th, laying the convenience store's foundation. This is a 29-acre site in Oak Creek near I-94 and Elm Road. Once complete, the Buc-ee's will feature 120 gas pumps. It could be open as soon as 2028.
New details about the health of former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. He's been hospitalized for more than 2 weeks, but his office has not provided any additional information about his status. Dispatch audio reviewed by ABC News shows emergency responders went to McConnell's home to attend to an unconscious person who appeared to be in cardiac arrest. ABC's Selena Wang.
It's not even clear at this point if he's still even in the hospital. So just to walk back in terms of the timeline here, McConnell has not been seen on Capitol Hill since June 11th. Then on June 14th, McConnell's spokesperson confirmed he was admitted to the hospital, saying he's getting excellent care. Then on June 22nd, his office indicated McConnell was still working on Senate business, but would not be on Capitol Hill for votes.
McConnell, who was first elected in 1984, was the Senate Republicans' longest-serving party leader. He announced last year he would not be seeking re-election.
Indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran have ramped up for the week, with a fragile ceasefire still holding. But questions remain about control of the Strait of Hormuz. News Nation's Robert Sherman.
You had Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner on the ground, according to sources familiar, largely deployed here because of the recent tensions that we had here in the region, with Iran and the United States exchanging fire over the Strait of Hormuz after multiple commercial ships were struck. Those situations have since fizzled when it has come to the tensions that existed here. There was a big emphasis on getting back onto the diplomatic pathway and sorting any of those tensions that may have flared up here and restoring commercial traffic going through the Strait of Hormuz.
The two sides have until August 18th to negotiate a peace agreement.
Time for news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management market update. The NASDAQ off about 1.5% at 25,656. The S&P 500 down 48 points at 7,430. And the Dow up 239 at 52,544. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is coming up on 12:05.
This report sponsored by the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network.
We demand a lot of our shoulders and hands, our hips and knees, our backs and feet. They do life's heavy lifting, so we owe them the greatest attention in return. The Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network provides expert orthopedic and spine care to help you move, lift, turn, and reach with the most possible ease. Whether you have a sports-related injury or a nagging condition that just won't go away, excellence should always be an option. So we make our care available in nearby locations and offer same-day ortho and spine appointments when relief can't wait. It's how to recover quicker, prevent small concerns from becoming big ones, and solve complex issues with the expertise you can only get with academic medicine. We're given just one body, so let's tend to it, check in on it. Let's give it the greatest of care, because when it's tuned up and injury-free, we can always be pushing ahead. To learn more about our nationally recognized orthopedic and spine care, visit freighter.com/ortho.
For more than a century, Curative Care has been helping children, adults, and families across southeast Wisconsin navigate developmental disabilities and find the support they need to thrive. Curative helps families every step of the way, from early childhood through adulthood, connecting parents with resources, providing guidance during challenging times, and creating a community where people truly belong. If you know someone who may be looking for answers and support for a loved one with developmental disabilities, visit curative.org today.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all sports desk. Brewers going for the series sweep after a 4-2 win last night over the Reds. And the Crew now a season-high 22 games over 500 with their sixth straight win. Brewers President of Baseball Operations, Matt Arnold.
Today is going to be a heck of a day at the ballpark. I really do hope people come out and see us, because you don't get to see two arms like this. Mizorowski and Burns today are two of the best arms in baseball, and yeah, it should be a really fun day at the ballpark today.
That's right. The Miz on the mound this afternoon for the Crew. All of our coverage coming up at 12:35 here on WTMJ. Big win for the U.S. in the knockout round of the World Cup.
Tillman! Malik Tillman! 2-0 United States!
That's how it sounded on Fox. Malik Tillman scoring on a penalty kick, in the U.S. a 2-0 win over Bosnia. They now move on. Will face Belgium Monday night in Seattle in the round of 16.
Checking out the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. It is a busy one as many people are taking the day off and leaving early to their 4th of July destinations. We are seeing our typical slowing on 41-45 in the Butler and Mayfair area. It's a little bit heavier right now, many more people on the roads. I do want to let you know this one spot is something that we don't typically see at this time, but right around State Fair Park headed into the city, we are seeing some significant slowing there. So it looks like once you get to the Zoo interchange, you're going to start slamming on the brakes there, and it doesn't clear up until you get to about American Family Field. No crashes, though.
Your WTMJ forecast, still under this extreme heat warning. That's for pretty much everyone except Sheboygan and Fond du Lac counties. They have expired the warning for those spots, but everywhere else, it's in place till 10 o'clock tonight. Still hot and humid. We're seeing some showers and storms kind of moving north of Madison, near Fond du Lac, so that will continue as we move through the afternoon. A high of 92, heat index around 100. We'll see storm chances possible tonight, a low down to 73. Into Friday, partly cloudy. We'll see showers and storms likely late in the day, high of 88. And then into the holiday weekend, Saturday, partly cloudy, but chances for some showers and storms will be cooler Saturday with highs in the low 80s. Right now, 80 degrees in Milwaukee.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios in downtown Milwaukee, it's Wisconsin's Midday News, making stories come to life. Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Ty, and in for Greg Matzik, it's Neil Doyle.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Short show today due to the Brewers. Let's not waste any time.
It's now at noon on Wisconsin's Midday News.
Less than a week now before former Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan is sentenced in the ICE obstruction case. We expect Dugan to speak during the sentencing hearing. That will mark her first public statement since being arrested more than a year ago now. And brand new court filings, prosecutors are asking for a serious prison sentence. They argue Dugan abused the power of her office, undermined public trust in the courts, and still refuses to acknowledge she did anything wrong. Dugan's attorneys, meanwhile, are asking for time served. They say she's already paid a steep price by losing the judgeship she loved, enduring a very public arrest, and living under threats ever since. The defense also argues Dugan poses no risk of reoffending and says any prison sentence would be excessive. Dugan's sentencing is set for Wednesday at the federal courthouse in downtown Milwaukee.
A number of new Wisconsin laws officially taking effect this week, touching everything from classrooms to healthcare, even your license plate. One of the biggest changes impacting public schools. Under a new state law, every public school district must adopt a new policy restricting students from using cell phones during class time. So that has to be in place by the start of this upcoming school year. Now, most districts, including Milwaukee Public Schools, already have measures like this in place, but those that don't will need to enact those before the school year. Another change for new mothers, women enrolled in Medicaid and Badger Care Plus now will receive 12 months of postpartum coverage, replacing the previous 60-day limit. State health officials say that change could benefit more than 16,000 moms this year. Wisconsin was one of the last states in the nation to adopt the 12-month benefit. And there are also some changes for retailers. Vaping products containing hemp must appear on the Wisconsin Department of Revenue's approved directory before they can be sold in the state. And for families of fallen service members, they'll no longer have to pay a fee for personalized Gold Star license plates. So those changes, some of the new laws that officially took effect this week.
Looking at the clock here, the Gates Decemberfest just reopened for weekend number 3, the final weekend. The big headliner on the main stage tonight, Muse. The English rock trio performs at the AmFam Amphitheater along Milwaukee's lakefront at 9:10 tonight. Openers get started around 7. Rolling Stone recently wrote of Muse, the group wows us into submission with their 10th album. If you're not familiar with Muse, their songs feel futuristic, as I've learned, because I really wasn't familiar either, often focusing on space, aliens, and standing up against corrupt governments. A reminder, Summerfest is modifying its carry-in policy due to the heat. So today and tomorrow, you can bring in a factory-sealed plastic water bottle, 20 ounces or less. Finish that one, you can fill it right back up at the bubblers. Headliners wrapping up this year's Summerfest, Alex Warren tomorrow night and Jelly Roll on Saturday.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
We're getting closer to the 4th here, and I keep thinking about Steinhoffel celebrating America 250 with huge savings for your home. Right now, save up to 30% store-wide. Plus, get a $250 MasterCard when you spend $2,999 or more. Whether you're shopping for a new bedroom set, maybe a new sofa, dining room, or mattress, now's the perfect time to save big and bring home the styles you love. Celebrate the Steinhoffel's America 250 sale. Shop in store. Tell them Jessica Ty sent you. Or shop online at steinhoffels.com.
Sure, first pitch is important, but real Brewers fans know the real warm-up starts in the parking lot. Join us for WTMJ Day, the fan-focused tailgate before the Brewers game on Saturday, August 29th, presented by Big Fish Contracting and Woodman's, with catering by Left's Lucky Town. Text WTMJ to 855-616-1620 right now. WTMJ Day, before the Brewers game on Saturday, August 29th.
Hey, remember when your basement was just for storage? WTMJ's Greg Matzik here. With Matrix Basement Finishing, they turn that empty space into the heart of your home. It's what they did for us. Whether it's a cozy family movie night or cheering on your favorite team during the best time of the year to watch sports. From the design consultation to picking out your perfect flooring and fixtures, the process is seamless and done at your home. Get the quality craftsmanship you deserve with no payments until 2028. And visit matrixbasements.com.
We're used to thinking of bank robbers wearing masks and demanding cash from a teller. But today's bank thieves often carry laptops and USB drives instead of guns. Authorities say sophisticated crews are hacking ATMs and making them spit out thousands of dollars at the push of a button. It's called ATM jackpotting. The FBI says the crime is costing banks millions, and the latest arrests point to organized criminal networks. ABC crime and terrorism analyst Brad Garrett joins us with inside perspective. Brad, how does ATM jackpotting work?
So you start with crew that then goes to an ATM, and they have, for whatever reason, the correct unique key that unlocks at least the front of the ATM. Now, as both of you might well imagine, you have to work on ATMs. So there has to be the ability of a technician to open up the front, get into the guts of the ATM, which have obviously components of a computer. And so the bad guys open it up, and they either take out the hard drive and put in an infected hard drive, or they use a USB drive with malware on it that infects the existing hard drive. And what that malware does is basically short circuits the ATM, so the ATM has no control over how much money it dispenses. So in effect, they can cause the ATM to empty its machine.
Jeez.
And that's what happens. And in fact, there was one of these that occurred recently, I think in Fairfield, Connecticut, that they got way over $100,000 out of one ATM. And that crew alone, the four of them that are Venezuelan nationals, had stolen $500,000 out of ATMs. Now, if you look at the malware they used, and then you backtrack to previous large groups that have done these ATM thefts, those are tied to the Venezuelan gang Tren de Agra. And are these four connected? I'd be surprised if they aren't. But the point being, that group previously, according to the FBI, has stolen $40 million worth of money out of ATMs. That's a lot of money to fund the gang. And in addition to that, on average, according to the FBI, $25 million is stolen out of ATMs each year.
Obviously, Brad, sounds very sophisticated. Just kind of, and you talking about this case that was tied to this Venezuelan gang, just what is that going to tell us just how organized these operations really are?
Well, they're fairly organized. It's obviously still a high-risk thing to do. But having said that, I mean, they pull off this crew that just got arrested in Connecticut. I mean, the FBI have been chasing them since last August. And I think trying to figure out who they were, they eventually, I think, figured out at least who one of them was. And then that led them to the rest of them and enough to charge them. But, you know, you basically have to have, I guess, the fortitude, for lack of better terms. They're not disguised. They walk in like the rest of us in, you know, sort of casual clothes. They walk up casually to these machines. They look around. They have a lookout, and they have people outside, because when you pop the hood of some of these ATMs, it may set a silent alarm off someplace. They wait sometimes. Nobody responds, and so they continue on infecting the ATM and then steal the money. But you have to have more than one person. If you take $150,000, let's say, out of one ATM, you can't carry all that money, one person. So they have to trade out persons that's standing in front of the ATM. In fact, there's apparently some video of a guy that takes the initial amount of money. He leaves. The next guy comes up and starts scooping up money.
Wow.
And that first guy comes back in different clothes. They even go outside and change clothes and come back. So is it sophisticated? I suppose to the extent of what I just described. Do you need to be a rocket scientist to do it? I think the answer is no. So, but it clearly works.
So what can banks or ATM owners do about this?
You'd have to do at least 3 things. You'd have to have an alarm that actually somebody actually responds to. You'd have to change the type of locking mechanism that locks up the front of the ATM. And then you'd have to install software on the hard drive of that machine with something that I believe is out there that can counter this malicious malware. But you're talking about every individual machine you'd have to potentially do that to. And I'm going to guess that, think of what that would cost.
Brad, are there warning signs that could indicate someone is tampering with a machine? It reminds me a bit about when people were putting credit card skimmers at gas pumps. I did a story about the 5 things to look for.
Well, I think you'd have to train the employees at these locations to look for certain things. Now, I think they pick ATMs that are maybe more remote. One of them I reviewed yesterday showed them taking money out of an ATM that was located like in the back of, I want to say like a 7-Eleven type store, which might give them more cover. But if you can do 2 things: train employees to sort of keep an eye out. Do you see the same people coming into the store, not buying anything, and then leaving? Now, that's sort of hit and miss. If you got one clerk working and he or she's super busy, they don't have time to do that. So it's really hard to say. But yeah, awareness. Maybe even review your own cameras, your own security system to see who comes and goes, and like, hey, that guy was just here an hour ago. Now he's back again and he didn't buy anything. Again, suspicious doesn't mean it's illegal, but it's things like that. But again, that's investment of time and energy that you'd have to do. And let's face it, some of these ATMs that they're robbing are not connected to a bank. I think some of them are independent, some to credit unions, etc. So, and the bad guys, I think, have figured that out. They figured out the best locations. I've noticed that if they commit an ATM theft in the morning, they may then go to the same type of ATM. In other words, I'm making this up, like Bank of America, because they know how to get into those because they have the same key that opens up the front of the. So it's that kind of thinking that goes on here where they can do a lot of hits in one day.
Brad, I think people hear, ATMs are being hacked immediately. They start wondering, okay, is my money safe? So is this at all a threat to customers or more so just really the banks and the credit unions?
Oh, I think the banks. I mean, I've been asked a couple times today because they've gotten into that ATM, now do they have personal information about me? And the answer is no. And they're not there. This is not identity theft. This is just cold, hard cash theft.
Also known as ATM jackpotting. That's retired FBI agent and ABC crime and terrorism analyst Brad Garrett. Great perspective as always. Thanks, Brad.
You're welcome. Take care.
No show tomorrow due to the holidays. So up next, our weekend review.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
MGIC has been committed to downtown Milwaukee since our founding in 1957. I'm Tim Matke, CEO of MGIC. Downtown is a thriving community and a vibrant work environment that enhances our employee experience. We're proud to call downtown our home.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga for Comfort Awnings. My motorized retractable awning is already saving me from that hot summer sun. I love that I can enjoy my patio year-round thanks to Comfort Awnings. I just retract it when I want the sun and extend it when I need the shade. Comfort Awnings even come equipped with sensors that detect rain and strong winds. This year, reclaim your outdoor space for your friends and family to enjoy every season Wisconsin has to offer. Right now, get $250 off any awning or screen. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit ComfortAwnings.com to learn more. more.
Vince Vitrano here with your HVAC guy, Urban Heating and Cooling. How much longer does that furnace have? Question to ask my man Ryan. His family-owned business with his wife Ellie, based in Franklin. They serve all of southeast Wisconsin. Now, what Ryan most wants to do is help you get as much life out of that furnace that you've already got. But when you have him in for a tune-up, now he can give you an honest assessment on how much longer that older unit will hold out. Free estimate is always part of the deal, so you know it will fit your budget. Tell him Vinny sent you when you call urbanheatingandcooling.com.
A heat dome invades Milwaukee. A mural defaced. America celebrates 250 and more. It's the Week in Review, brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
What we do here is go.
This week, it's like they're throwing us in an oven.
A big heat dome is set to plant itself over the eastern U.S.
If you're thinking about heading to the beach to try to escape the heat,
the National Weather Service is warning about a high risk of rip currents.
But I'm not done yet.
The cooling problem at UW-Madison.
A broken chilled water line has reduced air conditioning across campus.
Apparently, there's a new term called tech wreck.
Yeah, it's a great rhyme, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, that's what caught my attention.
This isn't just, the big companies, what they're paying for those data centers. What are you paying for your devices?
Our producer, Gina, actually made contact with Post Malone.
I still haven't watched it, by the way.
You touched him.
Chopped down in between songs and kind of ran along the crowd. And stuck my hand out and I got lucky.
Really tough situation in Venezuela. Tens of thousands of people are still missing there under the rubble. And among those that are hoping to help, William Contreras, Jackson Churio, and Coach Nestor Corredor.
Already, cars were lining up, dropping off non-perishable food items, water bottles.
Where would the city come up with the billions of dollars that may be necessary to do this?
The city would use a financial instrument called a revenue bond to purchase the assets of We Energies.
This is a special report from ABC News. The Supreme Court upholding birthright U.S. citizenship to anyone born on U.S. soil.
Is it settled now in the current legal climate of our country?
You wonder today if anything is truly settled.
Wisconsin's Midday News is teeing off from the WTMJ Classic.
I don't know who put the Sinatra music behind the open, but bravo. It does feel like a kind of a frank sort of setting here, right? Overlooking the beautiful Morningstar Golfers Club.
A massive fire in a school in Milwaukee.
We are actively investigating. It's very hard right now. There's so much collapse interior to the building, and we're still extinguishing hot spots as we speak to really get down to the brass tacks of it will be a bit.
On the top of the Empire State Building are two individuals dressed in black.
It is
high,
very tall. Yeah. And so think about climbing up from where the viewing deck is up the spire to where they are. I'm getting a little sick to my stomach actually watching it and thinking about how high they are.
But I remember thinking after Giannis and this deal was announced, there were no jersey burnings. But the defacing of the Giannis mural, I guess, is maybe the closest thing to that I've seen.
There's parts that say, miss you. This is somebody's work. The artist.
Hey, Julia, happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Okay, I didn't even know what you were talking about.
America 250 celebrations bigger than ever, planned across the country, including right here in Milwaukee.
Each one has a dedicated team, whether it's local law enforcement, and federal law enforcement.
Tillman! Malik Tillman! 2-0 United States!
What a week, eh?
What a week.
USA! USA!
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
That's a Week in Review, brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
And now about your house. It's where you live, but do you also live in your yard? My friends at Outdoor Living Unlimited help people extend their home, living beyond the wall. Your imagination may be somewhat limited, so let's call on Eric Brown, president of Outdoor Living Unlimited, to expand upon it.
I'm confident that 90% of the listeners can look outside their home and dream of a better, nicer, way more outstanding backyard. If you're one of the many, you'll need to call Outdoor Living Unlimited. Outdoor Living Unlimited's expert team can design a beautiful, functional, usable backyard space. Then our team can build it. You dream it, we build it. New deck, outdoor kitchen, pavers, retaining walls, screen room. How about a must-see automated pergola that doubles as a screen room? Picture this, a pergola that allows the sunlight through the slats, but with the press of a button, those slats close and now you have protection. Another press of the button and the screens roll down. there's your screen room. The ideas are endless. We recently built a brand new deck with a screen room pergola on top and stairs that lead to a paver oasis complete with a fire pit and seat walls. Amazing. New deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, automated pergola. Let Outdoor Living Unlimited design and build the amazing backyard. Find us at OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
See all the cool things that Outdoor Living Unlimited can do for your yard on their Instagram page, or visit their unique outside-in showroom in Waukesha. And if you're looking outside of your home, dreaming of a more beautiful and functional, usable backyard, well, Outdoor Living Unlimited can design and build you an amazing showstopper of a deck, patio, complete with pergola and fire pit, just like they did for us. With expert care, Outdoor Living Unlimited installed a beautiful paver patio, complete with land and stone retaining wall, all sorts of space, room for a built-in kitchen, and complete with a gas fire pit. It's where we spend all of our time. Visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
It's 12:30. This is Wisconsin's Midday News for Thursday, July 2nd. I'm Jessica Ty. Your top story showing overwhelming support for Venezuela.
I'm Neil Doyle. The final Thursday of Summerfest.
An extreme heat warning continues for much of southeastern Wisconsin until 10 tonight.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Final preparations for America's 250th celebrations are underway, and in Washington, D.C., that includes heightened security for fireworks and festivities. ABC's Pierre Thomas says more.
19 miles of fencing is being installed as we speak. The other thing, for the first time, authorities are saying, perhaps ever, in order to get on the National Mall, you have to go through a security checkpoint, including a magnetometer.
U.S. Capitol Police say only essential personnel will be permitted to attend tonight's rehearsal for the Capitol 4th concert. And due to extreme heat, details on the concert will be announced tomorrow morning. More than 180 million Americans are facing heat alerts this holiday weekend. In Venezuela, search and rescue efforts continue following last week's double earthquakes, and there are signs of life. A security guard pulled alive from a collapsed shopping mall 8 days later. The U.S. men's soccer team celebrating last night's World Cup win against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The U.S. advances to the round of 16.
The two daredevils who climbed to the top of the Empire State Building are now charged with a multitude of charges. They now face felony, reckless endangerment, burglary, criminal tampering, criminal trespassing, and more. The duo climbed to the very top of the building's spire. Then they unrolled a banner at the top, climbed down to the platform, and got engaged. ABC's Aaron Katursky with the update.
The Empire State Building was supposed to have tightened security up on the 102nd floor. Right now, the belief is to bypass the screening everyone's supposed to go to. The couple simply followed workers and maybe went through an employee entrance, bypassing the screening and then sneaking up through that maintenance hatch.
That was just wild to see. There's also a concern because a couple stayed at the top near the Empire State Building's needle for more than 45 minutes, and it emits a significant amount of radiation.
Donations for earthquake relief in Venezuela have poured into a church on Milwaukee's south side after Brewers stars Jackson Churio and William Contreras kicked off the effort earlier this week.
Hundreds of boxes are poised to begin their journey first to Miami and then to Venezuela. Father Norberto Sandoval says the United for Venezuela relief drive has resulted in so many donations, they're running out of space at Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church.
We're using the cafeteria, we're using a quarter at the gym.
The donation cutoff is now this Friday, after which volunteers will be needed to help load supplies onto a semi bound for Miami.
If we have 30 people, it will probably be gone in a day or two.
Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Okay, Neil, as we're getting ready to walk you up to baseball here, are you going to Summerfest for the final weekend?
I was thinking about possibly heading out tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to the headliner, Alex Warren, but maybe bounce around a few of the other stages during the day tomorrow.
I will say Alex Warren, he is great. Saw him last year on a side stage at Summerfest, and now he is back headlining the main stage. That is great. If you are going, definitely stay cool. Bring that water bottle. You can bring it in today and tomorrow. You can bring one water bottle. It just has to be sealed and all that good stuff. We hope you're having a blast. We hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. It is almost time for Brewers baseball. Home game today against the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch, 1:10 from American Family Field. It is a hot one out there in the parking lots as people are tailgating now. Enjoy, everybody. Let's play ball.
The cooler's packed, the sun is shining. The only thing left to do? Citrus back and relax with Carbless. Refreshing, ready to drink, and packed with bold citrus flavor, Carbless is the old